Today's 9th edition battle report, Necrons vs Blood Angels, a 1000 point incursion game. And it's coming right up.
Necrons!
Nick speaking, and welcome to this battle report. Right, today, before we get on with the game, I've got these brand new awesome mats to show you. I say mats because I've got two. We have this one here, known as Dynasty, and of course this is very Necron-esque. I cannot wait to get my Necron terrain on this mat, and of course it is the new size, 44 by 60 inches, and it's made by the UK's #1 gaming mat company, JW Gaming. Like I said, I can't wait to play on this one, but today I'm going to play on the other mats which I've got from them, and that's this one, which is called the Martian mat, and this is made of course from mouse mat material, nice and soft, nice and spongy, and of course when you roll your dice on there it doesn't make a noise. However, they will be making some dice trays to match their mats in the future. It's quite a new company, so I definitely would suggest you check out the website. These mats are £48.99p. As I said, it's a UK company, so I think it's great value for money, great quality, and I'm really looking forward to playing my first game on this mat here. So let's get the gaming board set up and play a game. Okay, so we have our mission. We are playing Rise of the Machine Spirit. 4 objectives, 1 in each corner, and we're playing in a diagonal deployment zone. So I am the defender. I'm going in this corner here. The Blood Angels are going to be in that corner. But first, let's have a look at the armies. Okay, so first of all, let's have a look at the Necron army. I've got a Mefret Outrider detachment, and heading up the force is a Cryptek with Chronometron. We then have 5 Gauss Immortals, and then in the troop slot once again we've got 20 warriors, and these warriors have all got the Gauss Reaper. Just want to try them out whilst I'm building and painting my Indomitus box set. We then have 1 unit of destroyers, a unit of 5, and 2 units of 6 Scarab Swarms. And then at the back there we've got 1 unit of heavy destroyers. That comes in at 990 points and gives me 3 CPs. Okay, so here is the Blood Angels Vanguard detachment headed up by a librarian. We've got 2 squads of 8 tactical marines, and over here we've got some sniper scouts and close combat scouts. Then we have the Death Company just there, and Vanguard veterans, are they? Yeah, Vanguard veterans. So let's get on with the game. Okay, the board is set up. It's close quarters, a big blob of Necrons versus a big blob of Blood Angels. So of course we're just playing for fun, just getting used to the rules. We've chosen our secondary objectives. I've got engage in all fronts, grind them down and assassinate, and the Blood Angels have domination, attrition, and the Warlord trait 1. Okay, so we need to roll off to see who is going first, and of course there's no CZ initiative now, so let's find out who goes first. Oh, it's going to be the Blood Angels first. Okay, so we've got some movement by these guys down my flanks. Over here, these guys moved forward, and the scouts advanced a massive 6-inch over onto that objective there. These guys here and the snipers shot into my warriors. They couldn't target my Cryptek because of this obscuring building. They managed to kill 3 warriors, and then the Death Company charged, or at least tried to charge, my destroyers. I used a CP to overwatch. I got 4 6s, and I managed to kill 4 Death Company. 1 more died from morale. So we're going to move into Necron turn 1. I've got 4 reanimation protocols. New warrior rules means you can re-roll the 1s. So I get 2 back up. Okay, just on a side note, the Blood Angels did score 3 points for domination for their secondary objective. Okay, so movement phase. I moved the Scarabs just over there, trundled forward my warriors, the heavy destroyers there at the back, as the Immortals moved onto this piece of terrain, with the destroyers moving up over here and the Scarabs getting into this quarter. Okay, so in the shooting phase I killed the Death Company off with the destroyers and the Immortals just over there, and my Scarabs in the assault phase assaulted the Vanguards, and I killed one Vanguard, and the Scarabs lost one base and one wound. We're just locked in combat. And then over here the other Scarabs did a lot better, killing almost all of the scouts apart from two, and one died in morale, and I took 2 wounds off my Scarab base. So I scored 2 points for engage on all fronts, which is to have a unit wholly within 3 different quarters. So I did that one, and then grind them down. I killed the Death Company, which was more units than the Blood Angels killed, so I got 3 points for that. Right, let's move in to Blood Angels turn 2. Okay, so Blood Angels turn 2, they scored 10 points for being on 2 objectives, and then they made a play for the terrain, basically trying to stay out of harm's way. But the Vanguard did use some command points to come out of assault and teleport over there. These guys just went behind the barricade. Over here the Scout bravely stayed in close combat, but died from a plethora of wounds from the Scarabs. And then over here these Tacticals moved and assaulted my Scarabs here, killing one base and a couple of wounds off the other one, and then I killed 2 of the Marines in the return. So that was the end of the Blood Angels turn 2. Necrons turn 2, and I am standing on 1, 2, 3 objectives for some points, and we've got 2 RPs to do on my warriors. So let's see if they come back. No, they don't. Okay, so end of Necron turn 2. So I fell back with the Scarab swarms and moved the destroyers here, shot these guys out along with the Immortals, which gave me kill more. And then I attempted to use the Veil of Darkness up over here, but I forgot these guys that were here, which meant I couldn't actually get in, so I had to go back here. I probably, to be fair, could have just walked there, but anyway, we are there. I shot at the Scouts just under there, but everything was saved. However, over here, the Heavy Destroyers who moved along the edge did kill one Scout, and I just stayed on the objective there. So I managed to get another few points in my turn for secondary objectives, and we're going to move in to turn 3 for the Blood Angels. Okay, and Blood Angels turn 3. These guys here shot into my warriors, killing 2 of them, and the Vanguards came over the building and assaulted my Scarabs along with the Scouts, who first took out a Heavy Destroyer and got 1 wound of another Heavy Destroyer. The Vanguards attacked first, and then I used 2 CPs to interrupt. I managed to kill 3 Scouts before the Scouts attacked back. I lost a Scarab base and 1 Scarab on 3 wounds. So no secondary objective scored there for the Blood Angels. As we move in to turn 3 for the Necrons. Okay, Necron turn 3. I moved the destroyers up and moved up the warriors, and I managed to shoot out all of that tactical squad that was just there. And then over here I left the Scarabs in close combat, and I managed to kill all of the Scouts apart from 2, and I lost 1 base and a wound on my Scarabs from the returning assaults from the Vanguard. So I managed to kill more units, and I'm in the 3 quarters of the board, so I get more victory points in this turn as we move in to turn 4 for the Blood Angels. Okay, Blood Angels turn 4, not a lot's happening as you can imagine. The Librarian is holding fast on the objective and the assault continues. I killed a Scout and the Vanguards killed a Scarab base. Blood Angels now just holding on to try to survive as we move into turn 4 for the Necrons. Okay, so in turn 4 for the Necrons, I moved these guys forward and blasted the Librarian off the table, fell back with the Scarab Swarms and blasted those guys there, the 3 Vanguards with my Destroyers and the Scout with my Heavy Destroyer. And of course we played turn 5 on and we now have a final score. So the Blood Angels scored 25 points for primary objectives, 3 points for secondary and 10 points for being battle ready, that's 38 points, and the Necrons scored 45 points for primary, 28 points for secondary, 10 points for battle ready, and that's 83 points, so 83 versus 38, a Necron victory. So, hope you enjoyed that game, that was fun and we learnt a lot. And if you want to see my other 9th edition battle report, I'll link you up to that video just there. Beam me up.